Hello, and welcome to the madness that is the Charlie Marx Show. I'm Charlie Marx, and today my pronouns are Cagney and Lacey. A quick reminder to please like, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications, and follow the Charlie Marx Show. Also, please share, as sharing is daring. You can also leave me a comment, or why not join the show by telling me what's bugging you in the Devil's Advocate. I can also be spied upon by you visiting the lovely website www.charliemarx.co.uk, and you can also buy me a coffee or just post cash and I can get my own coffee. Coming up on tonight's show, we have all the latest fake news from around the world and beyond from the CM Newsroom. Moans and groans and things that go irk in the night with the Devil's Advocate, plus a few more things. But first, this.
Have we got a couple of crackers for you? That's right, folks. From the Charlie Marx merchandise store, these fabulous bouncy badges. These badges are made from badge material, and only through the Charlie Marx Show can you obtain these wonderful badges. Yes, they might look shaky now, but when you're wearing them, they can be as still as possible. The Charlie Marx Show badges are only available by going to www.charliemarx.co.uk. Get your badges now, and you can be the proud recipient of a round, shiny thing that goes on your top. These badges are real badges because they have an actual pin on them. That's right, folks, they have an actual pin. So visit charliemarx.co.uk and get your shiny badges. You will look great, and you will be advertising the show for us for free. That's right, the Charlie Marx badges are available at www.charliemarx.co.uk.
Oh, gimme, a man after midnight. Now, before we move into more madness, it's time to get all the latest fake news from around the world and beyond with CM News. Good evening and welcome to CM News with me, Oprah Winfrey. Our top story this evening. A man who built a time machine and went back in time to 1955 is suing the makers of Back to the Future for $1 gazillion. The man, who has chosen not to reveal his true identity, is suing the filmmakers because on returning to the present he was just as nerdy as when he left. Scientists in China have discovered the reasons why getting pandas to mate is so difficult. The years of research have led to the conclusion that all pandas are gay. The first trans pet has died. The cat, who was a dog, chased itself into oncoming traffic. Russian leader Vladimir Putin has been charged by authorities for having an overdue library book. His lawyers said in a written statement that all libraries are now to be closed and all librarians are to be burned at the stake. And finally, we're all going to die one day. And that was the latest headlines. This is Oprah Winfrey for CM News. Good night.
You gotta watch it. It's the greatest show ever. You just gotta watch it. I'm telling you, it's great. It's wonderful.
Thank you, Oprah. More from the CM Newsroom next time. Now it's time to answer the question we all want answers to. in questioning things. Good evening. Tonight's question is one that's probably on the mind of most men in this country. Are women equal to men? It is the future after all, we're 2026, but are women really equal to men? Today we have a guest with us, the feminist, Rocky McClure. Welcome to the show, Rocky.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so let me start by asking that women are natural caregivers. Right. So shouldn't they stay in the kitchen and cook, clean and just stay quiet?
But women are so much better than that. Women are actually superior to men because not only can we do that, we can do all the other things too.
Right. I think, obviously, you are a huge advocate for women's rights and
Absolutely.
things, which is a bit silly, but never mind. So I think that the problem stems from the fact that women complain that men don't do the chores properly, right? So shouldn't they really just shut up and do it themselves if they're not happy?
Oh, no. Because we're far too intelligent for that. We realise that it's a ploy used by men to get out of doing the chores. They are actually just as capable as women. They just choose not to. So, and we are capable of doing the chores and going to work.
Yeah.
And running top jobs.
Yes. So you say, but I think that it's we can't skirt over the issue here, and I'm using the word skirt very lightly. But I think that, for instance, women aren't as intelligent because if they wanted men to do things like hoovering or dusting or any of these things, they would market and produce tools for those jobs like hoovers and dust machines that were in the shape of guns, because men like guns. But no woman said, I think what we'll do is we'll just keep a duster. No man's going to want to use that.
I hate to tell you, darling, but it's actually that men in the country who have in the past made all this equipment. Therefore, it's up to the men. If they want to be big children, and play with their guns, then it's up to them to make them, isn't it?
Okay, well, we're obviously not going to agree on the home front issue, but in the workplace now, women are good at taking notes, they're good at making coffee, good at going for lunches, and good at answering the phones, but they're not so good at replacing the clutch on a Volvo 360. Now, do you think that women deserve equal pay for these menial tasks?
Absolutely. We can change the clutch on a Volvo 360, thank you very much. Not me personally, but there are plenty of women out there that can do it. I have other skills, thank you, darling. No, we definitely deserve equal pay, if not more, because as well as running things in the workplace, we also look after things at home.
Yes, possibly. And you said there, and I have to pick up on this, that women do, because some women can change the clutch in a Volvo 360. But what about if they were to change the alternator in a Subaru 359?
As I said, this is not my cup of tea, darling. I don't know anything about that. But look at Kylie in Home and Away.
Yeah, but
Neighbours.
Yes.
She did it all.
Yeah, but that just proves my point, because there's no such thing as a Subaru 359.
I had a feeling you were trying to trip me up there.
I think obviously you have to do your research before you come on the show if you're going to advocate for women's issues and what have you. Anyway, now top jobs. And this is a thing that women are always bleating on about. You know, we can do the top jobs.
Of course we can.
Well, not necessarily. Women couldn't really be bank managers, and I'll tell you why. Because women would end up stealing the money and going out for long lunches buying shoes with it.
Absolutely not. Oh my goodness. You are stereotyping us terribly. We are far more honest as a sex than most men. Yes, we enjoy our food, but so do men.
You mentioned sex there. Now, everything comes down to sex with you women.
Absolutely not. That's, again, you men. You twist everything.
It really
twist absolutely everything. That is why you cannot be trusted, and women should be allowed to run the country.
Yes, well, that's another point, because, and we will get to that, I promise you. But you're saying things like women can do all these mechanical tasks and they can do all the... How can a woman reach over in the bonnet to look into an engine, for example, with their appendages? Because they're just going to get in the way, and they're not designed for that, whereas men can streamline into a bonnet.
Dare I?
Well, okay, some women have appendages. So women with tech, right? So computery things.
Yes, love them.
Yes, you like looking at them, but women aren't really great with them. For example, it's not Bellina Gates or Stephanie Jobs. You know, it's Bill Gates and Steve Jobs. Building things, IKEA, right? Women have a big problem with that. And I think this is obviously because throughout the years, women have been, oh no, I need a man to do these things. So they just leave the man to do it. And it's about this helplessness. And let's be honest, women are pretty helpless.
Absolutely not. I refute that completely. Women are very capable of building things. There are many great women scientists. I did not do my research beforehand, so I cannot give you any names, but there are many great women in every field out there. And if there
Well, why are they in fields when they should be in the workplace? Right, let me just say, women cannot find the remote control. So if they can't find the remote control, how are they supposed to find solutions to bigger issues within the world?
Absolutely untrue what you say. You are making up all sorts of lies, as well as using stereotypes that are completely untrue. We are wonderful. We are much better at men than most tasks, and the only reason that we have been kept down in the past is because men are physically stronger and have abused this.
And also, women's nails are too long. You see, women have long nails and they cannot fix things because their nails get in the way. Plus the glare on the screen of a computer shines off right into their makeup and then shines the whole room. It's not practical.
I get what you say about the nails and the makeup, but it does not stop us from doing our work.
Well, I think many people would disagree with that. Now, women couldn't be in the police or any emergency services. You won't find, police women or fire women or ambulance women because they take too long to get ready. And so people will die, and you have to understand this, people will die because you are getting ready before you go out to save somebody's life.
So untrue. The number of ambulance women, police women and fire women is amazing. It really is.
No, I think what I'm sorry to interrupt, but I think you'll find that most of the women that are in these ambulances or along with the police are simply there to be a kind of mother figure and to make the situation, because men, it's very true. Anyway, women couldn't be doctors or nurses because they're too squeamish.
That's not true.
It is. I know a particular person who was watching a programme only the other night, and it was just a drama, about it's called The Good Doctor. Very good televisual feast, and unfortunately, there was a lot of gore. This person hardly looked at the TV. Of course, and they were so stupid they ate pizza while they were watching it. I rest my case on that one. Now, women also, they couldn't be good warriors like men. So when there's a war, forget it when it comes to women.
War is not the solution. We women have the solution, a far better solution, in that we dialogue. And dialogue gets you far further than war, which just decimates populations.
I'm sorry, but you're saying
pain.
Dialogue, even if a log was to die, you would be upset about it. Now, women don't like fighting. Right?
No.
Right, so that is something you've agreed with me on.
We are far too intelligent
No,
for
you
that.
don't like
Men
fighting.
are like little children. They are incapable of using their words. Therefore, they have to use their fists.
So how come women couldn't be soldiers because they don't like wearing brown or green? And that I'm sorry, you want to go out there in a sparkly top, and all would happen is the enemy would see you from miles off. So,
I hate to disagree. Some of my best outfits have been brown.
But, well, going by the way you're dressed today, I would believe that. Women running the country. Never going to happen.
It has.
No, it's never going to happen. That was fake news.
It was not.
It was.
Look at what happened during COVID.
That's correct, yes. And, exactly.
Countries that did the
Women
best.
started COVID.
No, we
They
did not.
did. They did.
We did not.
They did because they liked to kiss all the time and they passed on the germs.
No, not true.
People said it was China. It wasn't China. It was women. Maybe Chinese women. Right. So
the countries that did the best during COVID are the ones that had the female leaders. Look at Jacinta and Nicola and all the others that were running the countries. They did amazingly because women are amazing.
you're saying that, Nicola, but it's not been proven yet that she is a woman.
Oh, how dare you. She is a fabulous woman.
Well, haven't heard much from her lately. And if she was that fabulous, she would have stayed. Come back, Nicola.
I think the reason she left was she was sick, fed up of the messes that the men around her were making.
Well, she should have cleaned it up. Now, women couldn't run the country because they're too bitchy and they would gossip and cause global tensions. Now, if a woman was in charge of Britain, say, then surely, she would have gone to caused a war with Vladimir Putin simply because she didn't like his face.
Totally disagree with that one. We have had a woman leader in the UK. She did not go to war with then leader of the USSR and Russia because she was actually trying to make peace. As is the right thing to do.
I think you'll find that, that was probably a dream you had. Now, there's not any notable women in the world, right? And that is the problem. Women haven't done anything but apart from give birth. And okay, that is a biggie. But with the new trans Gen Z generation, men can give birth as well. So are women really needed?
I think it's the other way around, darling. Women can give birth without the need for men. And if we continue to breed only females, the world will be a far better place. I think we should get rid of men.
Well, if you got rid of men, then, who would reverse park for you? So, anyway, I'd like to thank you, Rocky McGee, for coming in here and go and get me a cup of coffee, Toots. Right, so that was this question, and we hope you got some answers you were looking for. Back to the studio. And let's hope the wounds heal before the wedding. Now it's time for another roundup of moans and groans and things that go irk in the night with the Devil's Advocate. Get away from me, you pesky robot! Today in the Devil's Advocate, I'm going to be talking about something that's on everyone's mind. AI. Is it a good thing? Well, just by saying AI, you think it is. Especially if you're from Yorkshire. You see, AI has made life simpler. Or has it? AI is taking over the world, apparently. And soon robots will be doing all the things that we do. Which isn't a bad thing, really. Because when you think about it, who really wants to do the rubbish jobs? Nobody. Not even immigrants. So AI is possibly the way forward. But a lot of people are saying AI is getting too clever. AI they are. And what happens when AI gets too clever is that we get pushed to the side. Human beings. But is this a bad thing? Well, probably not, because we're destroying this planet at an incredible rate. So surely robots would be a wee bit more savvy about it and look after the planet. Or animals should take over, because animals are so much better than us. Now, some AI has proven to be rubbish. For example, electric cars. You now have a car that thinks for itself. Now, we don't want cars that think for themselves. We don't even want politicians who think for themselves. And then you have the leader of this AI universe, Elon Musk. Elon Musk is like Ming the Merciless, or some leader from another planet wanting to take over us. In fact, a lot of people have looked at Elon Musk and thought to themselves, are you AI? Now that's 3 vowels. So we have to be careful here. Because if you lose vowel control, it's messy. Now, AI can be productive. It can be relatively cheap for, production lines. For instance, we've been using robots to build cars for years. But what about AI girlfriends and boyfriends? They are seen on advertising sites constantly. A girl will pop up and she will say, "Hi, I'm your AI girlfriend." Now that's actually quite good. And I'll tell you why. And this is only me playing devil's advocate. You see, if your girlfriend is AI, there must be an on-off switch, which is perfect. Because if she decides to have an AI argument with you, and you're not happy about it, you just want some peace, you can switch her off. Oh, if only real women were like that. So, we have to ask ourselves, is AI good or is AI bad? Farmers have been doing this for years, but they have been using a different sort of technological breakthrough. They've been using EIO. So, you have to ask yourself, do you want AI in your life? For instance, phones that go off when you're in the middle of doing something and your producer is scrambling to get to that phone because it might be another one of our clients. So, let me leave you with this. Thank you for watching The Charlie Marx Show, and please remember to like, subscribe, ring that bell for notifications, and follow me on www.charliemarx.co.uk. Also, you can buy me a coffee, you can buy me anything you want really, and you can visit our merch store, which has so many cheap things that have been made just with the Charlie Marx logo on it. So, if you're not subscribed to the Charlie Marx Show, then you will be deleted.